Dear friends, today I bring you news that has shaken the personal life of Can Yaman. Behind his international fame, the applause, and the admiration of millions lies a family conflict that grows deeper every day. His mother, Gülden Yaman, feels her son has fallen into a trap. It is not money or fame that harms him, but the presence of a woman, Sarah. Although she tries to appear cordial, deep inside, she is convinced that this woman is leading him away from the right path. Gülden smiles so as not to lose her son, but behind that smile hides immense pain. The detail that changes everything is the engagement ring. It is not just a symbol of love, but a message to the press, to society, and to the family. This relationship seems irreversible. Once Sarah wears it, the mother will be left without weapons, forced to accept what she considers a mistake. The father, Gülden Yaman, has a different attitude. He chooses silence, like many fathers who watch without interfering, even though deep down he senses this will not end well. Meanwhile, Can Yaman continues to shine in his career, but every peak brings loneliness, and in that emptiness, he clings to Sarah. The difference is that she does not want to walk by his side, but to dominate his entire life. The most dramatic part is that the public no longer talks about his acting, but about the scandals of his private life. Unconvincing projects, bad company, endless parties, and now this engagement all seem to outline the slow decline of a star. For a mother, nothing is more painful than seeing her son lose both his heart and his career at the same time. The choice now lies in Can's hands, to keep living for applause or to surrender to a relationship that could destroy him. Gülden's story is not just that of a worried mother, but also of an actor at risk, a star who may fall from glory into regret. And that regret, she already feels deep in her heart. Today, your destiny depends only on you. Either you recover your light, or you will be remembered as a shooting star, bright but brief. Speaking about Demet Özdemir is always complicated. Behind that smile that so often lit up the screen, there is now a woman trapped between the glow of success and the shadow of controversies. And I say it sincerely, unlike others, she has tried to remain standing amidst chaos. However, it is impossible to ignore that her name is linked to situations that generate division, distrust, and even disappointment. Many fans say it openly. More was expected of her. More discretion, more prudence, more of that inner strength that seemed to define her early career. The comments I've read show a mix of sadness and anger. Some speak of a loss of values, of the sense that everything she represented has slowly crumbled. And although not all criticism is fair, because social media can be merciless, it cannot be denied that there is a fracture between Demet's public image and what she now conveys. Some say she has been dragged down by negative influences. Others describe her as a rebellious girl who always does the opposite of what she is advised, as if constantly trying to prove no one can control her. What worries me is that, just like Can, Demet seems to have forgotten the weight of public admiration. For years she was seen as an example, talented, independent, strong, capable of carving her path in a difficult world. Today, however, headlines and rumors focus more on her circle and personal choices than on her art. And that is the real tragedy. When talent takes second place because the noise of scandals drowns out everything else. Some comments point out that her closeness to controversial people only drags her deeper into suspicion. It is not that Demet has no right to a private life, but when those personal choices end up damaging her public image, the result is inevitable: disappointment. And this is not about envy, as some ardent defenders claim, but about reality. Those who admired her feel betrayed because they expected coherence between her words and her actions. I also think of her family. Just as people say Can's mother suffers for him, I imagine the pain her loved ones feel seeing her constantly surrounded by criticism and media disputes. She, who always radiated freshness and positive energy, now seems surrounded by a gray cloud. It is not about losing talent, because it remains, but about wasting it in an environment that adds nothing. And yet, I want to be fair. There are still those who believe in her, who defend her freedom, who insist that amid all this chaos, there is still the authentic Demet, the one who won millions over with her charisma. A part of her audience has not given up and encourages her not to sink. And I wonder, will she be able to listen to those voices and find again the best version of herself? Or will she keep walking with her eyes closed, heading toward a cliff she won't be able to escape? Deep down, I believe Demet still has a chance. The difference with Can is that her fall does not yet seem definitive. There is still time to change, to recover that powerful image she once had. But change will not come if she keeps surrounding herself with choices and relationships that drag her further down. Talent is not enough. Beauty is not enough. Character is needed. And true character is shown in moments of crisis. That is why my opinion is clear. Demet Özdemir must remember who she is and where she comes from. She must close her ears to those who flatter her excessively and open her eyes to what really matters. Her art, her dignity, the trust of an audience that, though wounded, still waits for her. Because in the end, time does not forgive, and the affection of fans is not eternal. If she wants to remain a symbol, she must wake up from this maze and return to being that strong and radiant woman many still hold in their hearts.